Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. So I am very happy to be doing a video reply of my own, and specifically to Jillie Freeman's August spread. I noticed that a lot of the people who were doing video replies, or VRs for short, of both my very first tarot tag, hashtag tarot tag 8, as well as my very first oracle card tag, hashtag oracle tag 7, had done VRs for Jillie Freeman's August spread. I'm like, well, you know what? I need to get on that bandwagon stat. So the first thing I did, and of course, thanks to Two Spirit, I have the Master Tarot deck by Astrology Answers. You know, so the first thing I wanted to do was actually pull a card to represent my theme for August 2017. You know, it's so funny. All these years that never occurred to me. And I'm like, you know what? And I know that. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. So right now the time is approximately 10:36 p.m. and the current date is Saturday, August 12th, 2017. So we are 12 days into August. But you know what? I would like to know if the theme is one that I am already knowing, like consciously know, or if it's a theme that I haven't even begun to deal with. So, and as I was shuffling the deck to get it ready for the August spread, or rather, hashtag August spread, my intuition was like, stop right there, that top card, that's your theme for August 2017. So I don't even know what this is because I haven't looked at it yet. So I'm going to show you first, and then I'm going to look at it. Yeah, you know, that makes sense, and I'll tell you why. So, number one, there have been a few changes that I've been dealing with, and some of the changes have been emotional ones. And I've also become more honest. Pause. Living in a city. I've also become more honest with acknowledging the negative feelings that I've been dealing with. You know, it's so ironic because I've owned this pendant for several years, and it's Sekhmet. Sekhmet is the lioness-headed goddess, the ancient Egyptian lioness-headed goddess of magic, prophecy, carnal lust, healing, and the scorching heat of the sun. Now you'll notice this pendant rests on my throat chakra. So for years, when I would wear this pendant, there were times that I wanted to roar at people. Literally like roar as if I was like tearing them to shreds with my jaws. And I would always beg Sekhmet not to do that. And that's confirmation that Sekhmet would hear me begging her not to devour people through me. And she didn't. And this is the first time that I've worn this pendant. Now, for the record, my sun sign is Capricorn. My birthday is January 8th, but I am a typical rising sign Leo. And this is the first time in years, and I've owned this pendant for almost 20 years, where I didn't feel like I was roaring, where I didn't feel the need to roar at someone. And part of me it would be easy for me, or at least part of me, to say that it's because I've matured, it's because I've grown, it's because I'm above the age of 40, and for other reasons. But I feel as though Sekhmet got tired of me begging her not to use me to roar at people, especially people that were like not honoring me very well. And yet there are things that are happening in the world that make me want to roar and devour and destroy, and I'm not acknowledging that. And I think Sekhmet is a little upset with me. I don't know. So right now I'm also dealing with things that need to come to an end and things that have ended, And, you know, it's not like anybody's died in my life, but there are some things that have ended in my life. There are some doors that are currently closed to me, and I'm not at the final stage of grieving about them. And it's funny because I don't remember the names of them offhand, but I do remember learning that there are 5 stages of grief, at least psychologically. And here is the 5 of Cups, which is traditionally called the grief card. So I feel like this is my theme for this month. And I just need to ride that wave of grief and overcome this illusion of loss. Because right now, unfortunately, I have this strong attachment to this illusion of loss. And I know that's an illusion because I'm always telling my clients, nothing is lost in the mind of Goddess. There is no loss in the mind of God. There is no existence of loss in the mind of the universe. But I'm feeling this loss. And it's like it's right here. It's like I don't see anything else. And I don't like it when I get in that state. Because when I get in that state, it's a very depressing place to be. Not only for me, but for everybody around me. And challenging too. So, but in the meantime, that is my theme for August. I'm going to remember that so I can transfer that. Now, I want my awesome audiovisual person to pan on this monitor briefly. Why not? Huh? Oh, okay. So it's magnified and a lot of the white will like white it out, but I made it really big so that I could look up casually and see, oh yeah, you're right, okay. Remember, I'm still learning how to use this. I'm still learning how to work with this camcorder. Yeah, you know, I never thought about that. I've never had a camcorder before. So I'm like, oh, no wonder it's taking me a while. You know, sometimes I'm a little slow. Sometimes, not all the time. I think it's because I have a lot of things on my mind that it's like, you know, I didn't get that until just... It's time for some café con leche. Yes, it is. Oh, I'm telling you, this really helps me relax and helps me focus. Which makes me wonder why everybody in my life does not bring me coffee every day. Like, really? Aren't there people that need to bring me coffee every day? Huh? You. Aren't there people that need to bring me coffee every day? I like really like they need to just say, hey Robert, you want some coffee? You want some café? Quiero un cafecito? Quiero un café con leche? You want a frappuccino? You want a dirty latte? You know, people need to do this for me. Like, really, like, send me coffee. You know, that's right, I need to come up with a P.O. box so that's all y'all can send me coffee. That's right. Among other things. All right, so hold on. Another little sip. Two-Spirit is not the only one that knows that I live for coffee. Okay. So, I will link Jillie Freeman's hashtag augustspread video in the description box for this video. But this is my official video reply, or VR for short, to Jillie Freeman's August spread. So, the questions for the August spread are, number 1, what will challenge me? Number 2, what will empower me? Number 3, what can I learn? And number 4, what should I release? Or as I love to say, what shall I surrender and release? Okay. Okay, so I'm cutting the deck into 3 piles. The moon is waning, so meaning it's going from full to new. So I'm taking the 3rd pile and placing it on top of the 1st and the 2nd. And just to make it easier for myself, I'm going to lay out the cards from the top. So that's card number 1 for question number 1. That's card number 2 for question number 2. That's card number 3 for question number 3. That is card number 4 for question number 4. And I'm going to make it easier for myself. The bottommost card, which I will show you right now, is the final message card. I don't remember who taught me this or from where I learned this, If I ever remember, I'll share it in a future video. But I've been doing this for years. I do this with my own readings. I do this with professional clients' readings. It's just natural for me to do it this way. So y'all saw what the final message card is. I'm going to take it from the bottom, put it here like this, and then I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put this here. And now I'm going to ask my awesome audiovisual person to pan on the table that I'm using to lay out the cards. So, question number 1 is, what will challenge me? And this is again for August 2017. The Empress. Wow. That's what's going to challenge me? Oh, that makes perfect sense. Okay, yes. So, lately I have been having some very, what's the term? Intense chats with various goddesses, including my celestial mother, the ancient Egyptian goddess Osset, who is more commonly known as Isis. And it's interesting because there is an ancient Egyptian-themed tarot deck where the Empress card is renamed Isis Urania, meaning Isis of the stars, or rather more specifically, throne of stars, because Isis means throne. Actually, Isis is the name the ancient Greeks gave for Osset, the ancient Egyptian goddess whose name means throne. So literally, Isis Urania means throne of stars. So I have been having a lot of intense chats with a lot of celestial beings about what's been happening in my life, especially since, well, officially since mid-April, but also specifically since June of this year. So, the question is, hello, wake up, thank you. What will challenge me? Yes, these chats are challenging me. Okay, question number 2, card number 2, what will empower me? The Magician, my magic. I love being a moon magic witch. It's ironic because there is a spell that I do on a regular basis, and I'm not doing it right now because Mercury began retrograding today. And it is the kind of spell that I definitely have learned not to do when Mercury is retrograding. Living in a city. And I will share with you what kind of a spell that is. Spells that have to do with manifesting wealth, opulence, prosperity, financial supply, professional success, anything that is directly or indirectly connected to money, those spells are absolutely inadvisable when Mercury is retrograding. So I'm currently not doing those kinds of spells right now. And there is a video that I do want to do about, well, it has to do with money, but I'll get to that when I get to that video. So, that's what will empower me. So remembering my magic will empower me. Pardon me. Even if I'm not engaging in ritual work or spellcraft, remembering my magic empowers me. So does café con leche, and especially café bustelo. And yes, something beautiful is on the horizon. It better come soon. Okay. Question number 3. What can I learn? Card number 3. What can I learn? Oh my goddess. I can learn to grow from pain. It is the 3 of Swords. I can learn to be strong in the face of adversity. I can learn to be powerful in spite of feeling anything but. Now here's what's interesting. There is a school of thought that says that every minor arcana card corresponds to its major counterpart numerically. So there is so the essence of Trump 3, the Empress, can be found in the 3 of Swords. I know some of you were like, what? There's a heart. There's a heart. That heart is just red and full of blood. That heart in the center features the astrological glyph of the planet Venus, named after the goddess of the same name. This card absolutely corresponds to Venusian energy, both the planetary energy and the goddess energy, meaning the planet Venus and the goddess Venus, or as I call her, Oshun. So Oshun is reminding me to face the pain. Oshun is reminding me to acknowledge the pain. Oshun is reminding me to acknowledge the grief, the frustration, the sadness, the despair, the gunk, as one of my favorite people on the planet, Michelle Swan Graham, Swan of Dreamers, would say. Question number 4. The question is worded, what should I release? I'm going to reword it the way that I've learned, which is, what shall I surrender and release? Or said another way, what is recommended to me that I surrender and release? And that is, oh my goodness. You know, it just doesn't surprise me. It's the Ten of Cups. And, traditionally the Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. And usually when that comes out in a client's reading, it means that his or her or their fondest wish or desire or goal or dream shall come to pass. I often interpret the Ten of Cups as a wish fulfilled, accompanied by an unexpected juicy bonus. And it's not a coincidence that in the last 2 days in particular, I have been acknowledging that my attachment to this strong desire that I have to manifest this goal, this very important, very necessary goal, is not only driving me up the goddamn motherfucking wall, it is also one to which I have a very, very, very strong attachment. And because I have a very, very, very strong attachment to it, I keep repelling it. So I need to surrender and release all of my attachment to it, even though that's going to be the equivalent of being thrust out of the womb kicking and screaming. Because that is exactly what I'm feeling right now, just talking about that. It is a very important goal. It is a very important desire and need, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. And if it wasn't, I doubt very much that I would be driving myself and other people around me crazy. So I know that it is imperative that I surrender and release all of my attachments to that goal, to that desire, to that wish. Because once I do that, I will be a lot happier and I will be a lot more at peace, and I shall easily and effortlessly attract and manifest that desire and need. And I know this to be true. I absolutely, positively, unequivocally know this to be true. Because there's nothing that I'm saying that's like, oh, I didn't know that. No, bull fucking shit, I did know that. I have known this. That's why I'm like, ugh. Final message card. Not part of the video. It's not a part of Jillie Freeman's August spread, but I love doing this. I really love doing this. And please, feel free to do this for yourselves, because I don't think that I came up with this. I just don't remember if I read it in a book or if somebody taught me. And somebody might have. Could have been my personal psychic advisor, Roger Pratt, for all I remember. But I don't remember offhand who taught me and what. I'm just going to have my awesome audiovisual person check the time really quick. Okay. Final message card is Five of Wands. It is no coincidence. I started with a 5. I concluded with a 5. I know that the Empress card is trump 3. But my card for the theme for August 2017 was a 5 card. So this is about laying down my sword and shield and studying war no more, especially the war within me. Thank you, YouTube, for honoring who I am and what I do. If you have not already subscribed, subscribe. If you have not already scheduled your reading, schedule your reading. Thank you and good night.